Hi there. Welcome to my views and news. Warm welcome to all of you who have joined this live chat session. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Good to be with you. Always good to be with you in these live chats. What is the main topic today? Just a rundown of the coming topics in this live chat. Firstly, Ethiopia today issued its first statement, official statement about the MOU which it signed 2 days ago with Somaliland. Is Ethiopia changed position a little? Can we say that what Somaliland's president said and what Ethiopia is saying are reconcilable? What is new in today's statement from Ethiopian government? We issued just a few minutes ago. Secondly, Fano fighters entered Debre Berhan today, the major city in the Amhara region, North Shore zone. So, what is the latest? What is happening now in North Shore, especially in Debre Berhan? Thirdly, Somalia getting support from some regional, international forums, statements from Arab League, from EU, from IGAD. Somalia not happy with IGAD. Lastly, RSF chief is in Kenya. By the way, a meeting was going to be held between RSF chief and General Abdul Fattah al-Burhan today, the 3rd of January, but no meeting. What happened? Details for you of all these news stories in today's live chat. Let me welcome the participants who have joined this live chat. Warm welcome to all of you. Klaus New does not allow anyone to break his record. He's always first, second, or third in commenting, in joining the live chat. Welcome, Klaus New. Warm welcome to you. Sam T. Samuel Faleke, RBK asks questions about eating of injera. Have you tried injera? I don't think injera is available in Pakistan. I would be happy to try it if you could send it to me. Uh, then we have Engishom Photo, Teddy Fan, Galmu. All these names are very familiar names, regular participants. Galmu, uh, Yemdos 2, Messi Heptos, Musi Heptus. He says, Hi, Sajid, it's good to see you. Thank you, Musi. Then we have Teddy Fan. What's your favorite Pakistani dish? Well, anything made from chicken, I like it. Kebabs too, lamb kebabs, black box is mentioning yes. Mame Zaman says, welcome. A says, Egyptian involvement will unite Ethiopia. A is important comment. I'll respond to it. Sammy S, how are you? I'm fine, Sammy S. Gizagan, Hassan Abdullah joined too. Zila Dasa, A, Daniel Abate, Muhammad Usman, Tiaba Mangisha, Hana Helu, Gaza, Ayaleo Nigusi. Gizagan says Fano is not only intact, rather gained more recruitment for in many areas. Okay, I'll respond to it. Budusiyama, welcome Budusiyama. Daniel Abate too, welcome Daniel. Vakti Lumis, hi Sajid, I am your, he says, you have become Ethiopian expert. Abiy Ahmed is doing the work of West. General Komsa joined to peace and prosperity to all Somaliland brothers, to all brothers of Somalia as well. Peace, prosperity should prevail in entire region. Irmia Sabdisa joined as well. Yeni Musica, Black Box, Clip Comedy, Edisala Masai, Nisabho joined too. Dilhas, Tadale Negusi, Muhammad Ahmadeen, Acacius, a new name for me. Welcome, Acacius. Michael Safa, Oromo News Update joined as well. Warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining. Good to be with you. Afro Mountain joined as well. Eighth studio says, "Hi Sajid, we as Oromo community in United Kingdom are happy about the sea access and celebrating with Tej and Kanato with our Somaliland brothers." By the way, uh, let me speak a little off topic. Let me just uh, express my views about this deal. One cliche proverb for you. They say there is many a slip between cup and the lip. It's not that Ethiopia has at last achieved its objective of gaining access to the sea. Still, a lot is going to happen. Just an MOU has been signed. Countries sign dozens of MOUs. And all these MOUs don't turn into agreements. Signing of MOU is never a big development. Big development is when MOUs are implemented. MOUs have no legal value, I think. On the basis of MOUs, I don't think countries can resort to legal remedies if there are issues. Agreements have enforcement value, not MOUs. I'm not an expert of international law. That is how I understand MOUs because governments sign MOUs on daily basis. So an MOU has been signed. It's not that Ethiopia and Somaliland have reached an agreement. Even that MOU has not been made public so far. Coming days are very crucial. And I think if the two sides reach an agreement, if they reach a deal, the deal will have to be approved by the parliament. After that, we can say that the deal is final now, approved by both sides. In Ethiopia, approval of this deal at the parliament, I think, is easy. Prosperity Party is behind this deal. So if Prosperity Party managed to pass a resolution about imposition of state of emergency, Somaliland Ethiopia deal can also be easily approved at Ethiopian parliament. What about Somaliland's parliament? Somaliland parliament will also have to approve the deal when it's signed. It has not been signed so far. It's just an MOU. There are two houses, upper lower houses in Somaliland parliament. Lower house, obviously, political parties like Musibe Abdi's party, other parties too. Maybe they'll pass the deal. What about upper house? Upper house is very influential in Somaliland. Upper house consists of elders, tribal elders. And upper house can veto the deal. So who will be in a position to convince upper house members of Somaliland, Ethiopia or Somalia? Who has closer ties, Ethiopia or Somalia, with upper house members of the Somaliland parliament? I'm talking about coming developments which will happen. You'll see that after a few weeks, you'll see all these things happen. So, since I know a little how things work, I have seen that happen in the past too. We saw last a few months ago, there was a face-off between uh, Somaliland's president, Musibe Abdi, and opposition parties. And back then, we saw that upper house played a key role. We'll have to wait and see. Another point which I want to make. Maybe it's just a theory, but suppose that pressure that Ethiopia is using this MOU just to build pressure upon Somalia, pressure upon Djibouti. Ethiopia does not want to sign strategic pact with Somaliland, but it is using this MOU to scare Somalia, to scare Djibouti. So that scared, Djibouti or Somalia agreed to give access to Ethiopia to the sea. It could be another scenario. Though it's not that I have received any credible information about this MOU that Ethiopia is bluffing. No, I don't know. I have not received any credible information. I am just making a guess. So a lot will happen. Don't say that deal is final. Ethiopia has managed to gain access to the sea. Yes, we say that in headlines, but when we analyze the situation, uh, this is the picture which I shared with you. Vakit says TPLF is against this. Well, no, TPLF is silent. What about Ethiopian players? Are they on board? Are they going to support this deal or not? Another question. Regional players too getting involved gradually. The Dallas says an information according to Mr. Rita Alimo, ambassador to Israeli government plans to recognize Somaliland in the future. I don't know about Somaliland recognition. We have been hearing such rumors about recognition of Somaliland. So far, it has not happened. Are you currently in a security guard duty? Ethionet says. No. Let me start, viewers. F is saying, what a propaganda you are spreading. Come on. I am just sharing with you my understanding of the situation, coming scenario which could unfold. I'm sharing that picture with you. I'm not spreading any propaganda. Just sharing my assessment. You might disagree with it. You have every right. Does this deal bring economic prosperity to Ethiopia? We don't know about this deal so far. Let the deal be made public. Then we'll be able to analyze it. Do you think Abiy is testing the regional boundaries? Yeah, Abiy is definitely taking some bold decisions which could go both ways. Let me start now, viewers. Can I start? New position taken by Ethiopian government. Magatism joined to Magatism welcome. Can I start now? Today, just one member has joined so far. He's LM. I am thinking of starting member-specific chats. Members are those who click links in description section and then they join the membership. So we have not lots of members so far. That is, I'm not starting these live chats which are member-specific. Now, let me start, viewers. Ethiopian Communication Ministry issued a statement around 2 hours ago. This is first official statement from Ethiopian government about the deal, the MOU signed between Ethiopia and Somaliland 2 days ago. There seems to be a little change, a little new position taken by Ethiopia in this statement. When the two sides signed an MOU 2 days ago, we heard from Somaliland president, Somaliland's foreign minister, saying that Ethiopia had agreed to recognize Somaliland as a country. And it was part of the deal. Ethiopia remained silent. Ethiopia did not confirm or reject the remarks of Musi Abdi. By the way, Musi Abdi was in Ethiopia today as well. So he's still here. He was still here at least a few hours ago. Musi Abdi visited Oromia yesterday, visited a lake, and today he was in Somali region, strategic region when it comes to implementation of this deal. because Somali region obviously is home to Somalis. And there, Mustafa Umar welcomed him. Musibi Abdi arrived at Jigjiga airport, where Mustafa Umar welcomed him. So he is still here in Ethiopia. Long tour, very strategic, historic tour of Musibi Abdi, Somaliland's president. So, in today's statement, Ethiopia did not confirm that it was going to recognize Somaliland as a country. And by the way, main tension between Ethiopia and Somalia is the likely recognition of Somaliland by Ethiopia. Because Somaliland government has made it clear that Ethiopia will recognize Somaliland as a country and it's part of the deal. That is why Somalia is so concerned, because if Ethiopia recognizes Somaliland, other countries will follow as well. And Somalia's case, Somalia's claim to Somaliland will be weakened. Maybe establishment of Ethiopian military base or use of a port for 50 years is not a bigger concern. The bigger concern is that Ethiopia could recognize Somaliland. That is what the main problem for Somalia is, I think. Now, Ethiopia in today's statement said that it was going to give shares in its Ethiopian alliance to Somaliland, confirmed. How much? Not mentioned in the statement. When it comes to recognition of Somaliland, Ethiopia says that it will make an in-depth assessment of this thing and take a position about Somaliland's efforts to be recognized as a country. So today, Ethiopia did not say officially that it was going to recognize Somaliland. It will only make an assessment about the recognition of Somaliland. Will it recognize or not? No one knows. How will this new statement by Ethiopian government be received in Somaliland? Somaliland is hoping that Ethiopia will recognize Somaliland. But maybe Ethiopia does not want to take a public position now, because we are seeing statements from countries, from some forums, which are criticizing Ethiopia. Why? Because they say that if Ethiopia is not respecting Somalia's borders. By saying that Ethiopia is not respecting Somalia's borders, they mean that Ethiopia is going to recognize Somaliland as a country. So that is why Ethiopian government has taken a very cautious position, that it will only conduct an assessment and then it will make a decision. In today's statement, the Ethiopian government said that Somaliland signed several MOUs in the past as well, but it did not made countries concerned. Why is there suddenly everyone is concerned about this MOU signed between Ethiopia and Somaliland? And Ethiopian government further went on to say that Ethiopia had access to the sea, but due to conspiracy, due to wrong decisions, it lost access to the Red Sea, the sea. Now it is gaining access to the sea because it is in need of that. And Somaliland, Ethiopia MOU is not just about port. It's not just about military base. Rather, the agreement will lead to social, economic, security, defense cooperation. An era of strategic partnership is starting between the two sides. This is what Ethiopia said today. And it is very much expected, by the way. It shouldn't be surprising. I think Ethiopia has made some sacred deal with Somaliland. Ethiopia has reached an underhand deal with Somaliland. But Ethiopia, about recognition of Somaliland. But Ethiopia does not want to take a public position because of international reaction, regional reaction. Somalia worried. Somalia's government, opposition parties, politicians all united. But today, I did a video on that. Farah Malem, uh, member of parliament from Kenya, spoke about this issue. Sina Jim Jimo says, Ajid, I'm glad to join your special membership list. Thank you, Sina Jim Jimo. I think you're from Oromia, if I am not wrong. So, I forgot what I was talking about. Redmond Entertainment joined as well. Thank you, Redmond Entertainment. Well, yes, thank you for reminding. The member of parliament from Kenya, who loves to speak about regional issues. He was very vocal, if you remember, in the 2 year long war, supportive of Ethiopian government's war on Tigray, supportive of PM Abiy, and he's a big fan of Isaias Afwerki as well, Eritrean president. He today claimed that Hassan Sheikh has already reached an understanding with the Ethiopian government. Hassan Sheikh has given away Somaliland to Ethiopia. And what Hassan Sheikh is saying, it's a lie basically. He will not take any big decisions because he has already reached agreement with Ethiopia. And Ismail Omar of Djibouti is on board as well. He's a member of parliament, but he's not known for having very sound, credible views. But these are serious allegations against Hassan Sheikh's government that will lead to pressure upon Hassan Sheikh, by the way. Hassan Sheikh is in a very difficult position. Opposition parties, opposition groups are putting pressure upon him to do something. Al Shabaab is threatening as well. Now, Malam has come up with a new claim. All this is leading to tremendous pressure upon Hassan Sheikh. It means that all want Hassan Sheikh either to be weakened or they want him to take on Ethiopia. How can Somalia take on Ethiopia? Somalia can only rally regional support. It can get support of Arab countries, international powers. That is how maybe it can build pressure upon Ethiopia. To say that Somalia can wage war or should wage war on Ethiopia, it shouldn't be demanded, by the way. It would lead to chaos. It cannot happen keeping in view the security situation in Somalia. So let's see how this new position taken by Ethiopia is going to be received in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in Somaliland, in the region. That will be clear in the coming days. Will Somalia be happy with this new position taken by Ethiopian government? Ethiopian government is making its position clear through some briefings as well. In Addis Ababa today, Ridwan briefed diplomats, making Ethiopian position clear about this MOU. But internationally, we are seeing statements. Sorry. EU spoke this morning. EU called for respect for Somalia's territorial integrity and sovereignty. US silent, by the way, mysteriously silent. China not likely to support Ethiopian government's position because if China supports Ethiopia on this issue, China's case to Taiwan will be weakened. So China will not support. It will remain silent or it will reject the this MOU if it includes recognition of Somaliland. Russia silent as well. IGAD issued a statement today, which was a sort of balanced statement. IGAD did not condemn Ethiopia. And that led to a backlash from Somalia. Somalia, Tiburnaji, I think, is a former US diplomat. He's not part of the government now. Uh, Abudi was mentioning the US diplomat's name. So, IGAD spoke, and then Somalia, the foreign ministry, demanded apology from IGAD, saying that IGAD did not condemn the move by Ethiopian government. IGAD should have condemned the move. So IGAD is biased. It is supporting Ethiopian government. It should withdraw statements and apologize. No apology, no withdraw the statement so far from IGAD. No statement from African Union too. Arab League issued a statement. Arab League fully supported Somalia's government on this issue. By the way, I think this issue between Ethiopia and Somalia could take the form of Ethiopia-Egypt dispute over GERD. If you remember, Egypt tried to rally the support of Arab countries through OIC, through Arab world against Ethiopia. Egypt tried to make it a Muslim versus non-Muslim issue as well. That effort did not succeed. Arab League supported Egyptian government's position, OIC also, but that did not lead to any impact on Ethiopia. Ethiopia pressed ahead with the construction and filling of the dam. Same is going to happen here too. I think it could be a Muslim versus non-Muslim issue as well. Somalia could try to make it a Muslim versus non-Muslim, Arab versus non-Arab, non-Muslim issue. And Somalia will contact Arab countries, Muslim countries, obviously, international powers too. But to say that Somalia can get international support, regional support to stop Ethiopia from signing the deal is maybe too early for this type of conclusion. Do you know who is leading IGAD? Who is leading IGAD, by the way? Let me know if you think I don't know. Bacha Garbi says that Ethiopia could be second country to recognize Somaliland after Taiwan. Taiwan is also unrecognized, I think. Recognition of Taiwan, recognition of Somaliland by Taiwan, I think it's not very significant. Yeah, Verco is leading, everyone knows. Verkane, not Verco. The secretary general, close to the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Yemaskan joined too, my friend, member. Welcome, Yemaskan. Hi, Sajid. How are my Fano are making me proud. Soon we will hear good news in Gondar city and surroundings. You have good connections in Gondar, by the way. I know that. Ebenezer Gobez is asking about Odal state and other states in Somaliland. What is their reaction? I heard that they had called a meeting, by the way, Odals yesterday. I could not confirm though. So I think we're not seeing massive opposition to the MOU in Somaliland. No such signs in Somaliland. If Ethiopia if Ethiopia offers to recognize Somaliland, it's a big development. It's a big gain for Somaliland. I don't think many Somalilanders would oppose Ethiopia. Ethiopia recognizes Somaliland and then gets access to the sea. Nahom architect says late viewer. No, you're not late. Afite says, what is the difference between a port and access to sea? Well, we can talk about defense only when we have all the details. What are the terms and conditions on which the two sides are agreeing? Then we can talk about what is port, what is access to sea, what are the is it beneficial for Ethiopia, beneficial for Somaliland? Basically, Ethiopia wants full rights on a port. Obviously, if Ethiopia has a port in Somaliland, it has access to the sea there. Ethiopia wants full rights there. It does not want to pay for each and every shipment like it is paying in Djibouti. It wants full rights, a lease where Ethiopia will be free to operate. Bachagarbi says Puntland neither condemned nor appreciated this move. The majority of Somaliland are happy. What is Djibouti's position? Is asking Nahom. We don't know. Djibouti is silent. I have not seen any statement from Djibouti so far. Digno says, how much do you get? Digno camera says, how much do you get paid? Paid for what? You people pay me. You people talk to me. You people praise me. You people criticize me. That is what my payment is. This is my main payment, by the way. Now, uh, Fano, can I start speaking about Fano? What is happening in Debre Berhan, main city in the North Shore zone of the Amhara region? Hinok is making right guess, saying, Sajid, Karachi cannot be that cold. You must be in northern Pakistan. I'm not in northern Pakistan, but you're right. I'm not in Karachi. Karachi is very, it's not cold, moderate temperature there. Let me start about Fano. Today, Fano once again embarrassed Amhara regional government, Ethiopian federal government. The regional government, channels, intelligence chief, Muscontrone, all have been painting a picture of complete peace in the Amhara region, saying that groups in Amhara have been defeated, their ideology has been defeated, people returning to normal lives, things returning to normalcy. I disagreed with this assessment. Marga has joined the channel membership. He's become member. Welcome, Marga. And that everything is peaceful. Roads have been opened. This is what we have been hearing from Amhara regional government officials, from Erika Kabbede, from Babutradase, the channel, from Muscontrone. Yes, Fano fighters remained under pressure in the last 1 month or so. Why? Because of massive air campaign launched by Ethiopian Air Force. Drone strikes, air strikes, which some of them precisely hit Fano fighters. Fano fighters killed to hundreds, I would say, dozens in one strike. So we can say several dozen, more than 100 killed in these strikes. Civilians died too, obviously. Not all the drone strikes precisely targeted Fano fighters. And sometimes difficult to differentiate between Fano and civilians. Today, Fano proved once again that it's not finished. Its capability is intact. And Fano groups are operating separately, independently. They have no central command. That is their smartness. If they form one central committee to monitor their operations and central committee is hit, it means that Fano groups would suffer serious setbacks. So each group is operating independently, separately. That is what Fano's strength is, but a little weakness as well, because if they are just operating separately, independently, they won't be able to take single position about Ethiopian issues, about talks with international community, etc. Fano fighters entered Debre Berhan this morning. Confirmed. Everyone is confirming. International media confirmed too after we reported. Locals confirmed to interviews from there. Several local news sources aired interviews. But government is silent. And some pro-government activists are claiming nothing is happening there. They say Debre Berhan under government control, military control, just exaggeration. Fano is nowhere to be seen there. But Fano fighters entered Debre Berhan. They uh, planned a very well coordinated attack on Debre Berhan from multiple directions. They say from 6 sides they entered Debre Berhan. I think at least from 3 to 4 sides they managed to breach Debre Berhan. Welcome, AZ King, one of the members. Warm welcome to you, AZ King. So from multiple directions they managed to enter Debre Berhan. And then fighting started. Fighting went on for hours. Obviously, road blocked, main road, passing through Debre Berhan, Addis Ababa, Dasse Road got blocked, and fighting started in Debre Berhan. Fighting in different parts of the city because one of fighters entered from multiple sides. And a few hours ago, I confirmed and I learned that fighting was still going on in some parts of Debre Berhan. Military reportedly retreated this morning, then it re-entered. Fano fighters would definitely leave Debre Berhan. That is what they've been doing. They enter big town cities, they steal supplies, they steal weapons, they free prisoners, and then they retreat. They want to show to the people that they are there. So no one should say that Fano fighters are down and out. No, they're there. And today they once again managed to create international headlines. BBC, several other news sources reported this attack by Fano fighters in Debre Berhan. They're likely to withdraw, and reportedly 2-day curfew has been imposed in Debre Berhan. Complete ban on the movement of all vehicles, including Bajads, has been announced by the military. The military will try to control the situation. Obviously, it will be back in control. And after a few days, again, Fano fighters will enter. It means there is no end to the conflict in the Amhara region. I said in May, I think 6 to 7 months ago, I said back then that Amhara region was going to plunge into a protracted, long conflict. People disagreed with me back then, if you remember. And you see that almost 6 months have passed and things not back to normalcy in Amhara. I said that there will be no war between Ethiopia and Eritrea. People disagreed. Now you see no war, no sign of any war. I don't want to remind what I've been saying. Maybe I made mistakes too, but about Fano, I was correct. Still, when I'm saying that Fano is a force to reckon with, people disagree with me. People say, Sajid, you support Fano. You have soft spot for Fano fighters, soft corner for Fano fighters. I have no soft corner for Fano fighters, but that is what I'm seeing on the ground, that Fano groups are there. Their capabilities not severely affected. Yes, they have suffered losses. This 1 month, past 1 month was very tough for Fano fighters. They were tested. They were tested again. Their top leaders could be killed, but they are committed. They want to continue. And what happened to the government's call for surrender? Government made 2 calls, gave 2 ultimatums to Fano fighters to surrender. And now we don't know how many surrendered, where are they, who are they. Magnetism says if things pan out, it will be over this year. Let's see. A Dugno camera says Sajid government was trying to take strategic move and surrender them, but they all disappeared. J3456. Sajid, can you give us your analysis on the position of Amhara about Ethiopia-Somaliland? It's very simple. Uh, they're going to oppose this deal. They're going to oppose this memorandum of understanding. I think David the Georgius spoke today. Yesterday, we heard from Andergachu Sege. They are opposing this deal. They are not in support of the deal because they don't want Abiy to be seen as a successful leader. Samuel Tigoe says, what are the chances for conflict resolution? Which conflict? In Amhara? Galmu says, hi, Mr. Sajid. Why has Ethiopia not yet formally announced an agreement to recognize Somaliland as a country? Very simple, because this is the main problem, main objection from Somalia, from international community, from international forums, that Ethiopia should not recognize Somaliland because no country in the world, no international body recognizes Somaliland as a country. Ethiopia will not recognize Somaliland publicly currently. It might happen in future. It's part of some secret understanding, I think, between Ethiopia and Somaliland. Ola is asking about Ethiopian ship docking at Eritrean port and that it was delivering food to Tigray. No, it wasn't delivering food to Tigray. I could not confirm that. It's just a commercial activity. Ethiopian Lines operating in Eritrea too. Let me add just one last news story for you, and that is from Sudan. Uh, on Wednesday today, a meeting was due to be held between Hamati and Al Burhan. We heard last week the two leaders had agreed to meet. It was their second planned meeting. First one was postponed on Thursday. Second one was planned for today, but the meeting did not happen. Hamati not interested in meeting with Al Burhan. Hamati is on regional tour, and today he arrived in Kenya. William Ruto warmly welcomed Hamati. Burhan is up in the arms. He is issuing fiery statements condemning the way Hamati is being received by regional players. Hamati visited 4 countries so far: Ethiopia, Djibouti, Ghana, Uganda, and our fifth one is Kenya. Samson says, Sajid, can you clarify or predict this? Predict what? Simon Tesfaye says, Hamati on regional tour while country is up in the flames is laughable. Well, it's not laughable, Simon, because Hamati is proving to the region, to the Sudanese people, that now he is a big player in Sudan. His importance is being acknowledged by all the neighboring and other countries in the region. So Sudan now cannot be ruled by Al Burhan only. Al Burhan will have to show some flexibility, more flexibility, because Hamati is in a stronger position militarily and maybe diplomatically as well, the way he's being received. Masgan says Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, Amhara alliance in making. Well, Eritrea, Djibouti, I don't think that you can add Djibouti to it. Djibouti, Eritrea have not been on very good terms. But to say that alliance is emerging with Amhara, oh, let's see. There could be an alliance, but we'll talk about alliance if there is some progress towards it. Miyasao Kasa says Abi's army could not defeat Ola, Fano, and even TPLF. How can Abi sustain a port in the face of opposition from the neighboring countries? How far will neighboring countries go to stop Ethiopia from getting access to the port? Main issue is recognition of Somaliland, maybe not access to the port, I think. Is Russian recognition of Donetsk and Luhansk region similar to Ethiopia's recognition of Somaliland? Well, I think the parallels which you are drawing are not correct. Russia ultimately made Donetsk and Luhansk part of Russia. Some referendum was held there, rejected by international community, and these areas are part of Russia. Ethiopia does not have such plans. Ethiopia does not want to annex Somaliland. It is recognized Somaliland as a country. If it did. Samson, I don't know where will this sea access be. Ethiopia not in a position to build a new port, I think. So either it can use Berbera port, Zila, we don't know, maybe Berbera because it's already built, already ready for use, and UAE will be a beneficiary as well. But that is why I say we should talk in detail about this issue once details have been made public. So far, details not being made public. MOU not made public so far. Tarzan Jungle says Egypt can close down airspace to Ethiopian airway and bring down Ethiopia's economy in support of Somalia. I don't think Egypt will go this far. Egypt did not close the airspace while it was in conflict with Ethiopia about GERD. Isam Arazik has joined, says, hi, Sajid. Is this Ethiopian name Isam Razek or from Central Asia? Athnatios Tafida, the recognition of Somaliland by Ethiopia, can it be a play by the Somaliland in the negotiation table with Somalia? Yes. Important observation. It's from Arbe. Isam says it's from Arbe. Tridale says, how could this puzzle of Ethiopia, Somaliland be solved? Let's wait. We'll have to wait just a few days, maybe a few weeks. Within a month, the two are set to sign the deal. Will they sign the deal? That is going to be the measure of their relations strength. Masgan is leaving. He has to go back to work. Bye bye, Masgan. I should go as well. I think 51 minutes have passed. We talked about new statement, which Ethiopia issued today. Now, new Ethiopian position is that it will only conduct assessment, in-depth assessment about whether to recognize Somaliland or not. Ethiopia has not confirmed so far that it is going to recognize Somaliland. Secondly, statements from Arab League in support of Somalia, from EU as well. IGAD issued a sort of neutral statement. Somalia demanding apology from IGAD, demanding the withdrawal of the statement. Both sides are trying to get the support of regional international players to have diplomatic leverage. So in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian government briefed foreign diplomats, and Hassan Sheikh contacted Qatari Amir and Egyptian president, and after that, Egypt issued a statement showing solidarity with Somalia. So this is what has happened in the last 24 hours. So tomorrow there could be a rally in Mogadishu in support of Somalia's position. No big rallies in Somaliland against the deal, just a small protest in Hargeisa. Otherwise, people are either silent or they seem to be supporting the move. No fissures in Somaliland regarding this deal so far. Meanwhile, Musibi Abdi is still in Ethiopia. Today, he was seen in Soma region of Ethiopia, where he was welcomed by Mustafa Omar, Soma region's president. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this wonderful live chat session. See you tomorrow in another live chat session. I tried to respond to as many questions as I could. Those which went unanswered, I'll try to take these questions tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Stay blessed. Bye bye.